day. I had a great night last night. Don't know if you caught any of our videos. We had a barbecue outside. Not going to get too many more nights the next several months, at least till October, until it'll be cool enough to actually do that again. It gets pretty hot here. We might get one this coming weekend. But I was watching some videos on grafting. I have actually a lot of videos on grafting. My first attempt at grafting didn't work. But I think I've learned some techniques, so I'm pretty excited. Well, I wasn't thrilled that the rootstock overtook our mandarin tree because I really wanted mandarins, but man, it had been like 5 or 6 years and we didn't get any mandarins. And yep, that's what happened. So the great thing about having a rootstock and having several other citrus growing in our yard is I'm going to try to make a tree that's got grapefruit, lemons, and kumquats on it. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it's not too late in the spring. It's worth a try though, because otherwise that tree is just going to come out because it's not going to do anything except produce pretty thorns. That tree was covered with thorns. So we're getting out, enjoying our walk. It's a little breezy, which is good. It's not hot today. And that's what we need for grafting. We need cool weather. Well, you might not call this really cool, but it's as cool as it's going to get this time of the year. So I'm kind of excited about that project. Tonight is a bowling night for Mr. Painter. So I probably won't be able to do too many projects because I also need to start a curry for dinner tonight. But at least work on one. And there are a lot of flowering trees now. It is so pretty. A lot of pinks starting to show up. It's that beautiful springtime of the year. And Meg is just having a great morning. Hey, Buck, good morning. Hey, Grassy Meadows, thank you. I'm glad you like our dog. She's a sweetheart. Her name is Meg. She's only up to my knees in height, but she's a little muscle dog. Hello. Good morning. I'm glad you love our dog. Yeah, she's half Siberian Husky and half American Staffordshire Terrier. We adopted her from a kennel, or actually not a kennel, a shelter. And she's come a long ways. Check out this beautiful flowering tree. So pretty. I enjoy that. But we were kind of surprised to find out we'd gotten a half-breed dog. One of my friends adopted a dog and did this DNA test, and her dog was like 90 different breeds. And the only reason we did a DNA test, because we're not like snobs or anything, we just kind of wanted to know what she was, because the shelter said she was part shepherd, and we're like, nah, she's not part shepherd. We know better. And yep, half Siberian Husky, half American Staffordshire Terrier. So she's very pretty, she's very cute, compact and strong. And when she's playing, she likes to howl, which is really funny. Beautiful trees. I just love trees. So we're gonna get out, enjoy our walk, get that done before we start trying to do some grafting in our backyard. Trying to graft some of our citrus onto a rootstock. It was supposed to be a mandarin, but the rootstock overtook it. And I'm kind of new to growing fruit trees. I've only been doing this for about 6 years. So I didn't realize that the rootstock overtook it. I'm like, sure is funny we haven't gotten any mandarins yet. And yep, that's what it was. Learning experience. And Meg's just happy to walk. Happy to be here. Not seeing any rabbits so far. No, we're not going to go up there by those chipmunk holes. For some weird reason, somebody's been leaving things that are edible. And Meg has been grabbing them and eating them. And she actually got really sick a few nights ago. We didn't know what was wrong with her. She very upset stomach. My husband had to walk her like 3 times in the middle of the night because she didn't feel well. So I'm not really sure what she got and she ate, but the good news is she's okay. But I'm trying to make sure she doesn't eat anything she's not supposed to eat. But she is probably looking for a place to use the bathroom, so let's go up here. Let me make sure I have a bag. What is it? Huh? What's the matter? What are you doing? Are you taking a break? You are so pretty. What a good girl. Look at you. Look at you. Are you smiling? What is it? That's funny. She doesn't do that very often. She was taking a break. Well, let's get closer to this flowering tree. They're so pretty. I just love this. You can walk around and just see some flowers. Isn't that nice? Gotta keep my eye on Meg. Oh, she's looking at the chipmunk holes. Big sprawling tree. Those are mesquites. You know, the kind that they use for barbecues and for flour. These flowering pod thingies, those are going to turn into seed pods, and they can be ground up to be used as sort of a flour. I don't recommend making bread with them, but you can make some cookies. They're not fancy. Oops, let's watch out. All right, I don't see anything. Hey, Will, good morning. How you doing today? We're just getting out for our walk, and Nick's checking out all the rabbit and chipmunk holes, and I'm watching them pretty closely to make sure nobody left anything there, because we don't know what she ate the other day. No, you don't need that. You don't need that. It's a beautiful day. Hey, I'm glad to hear you're doing good. We're doing good. We had a really nice evening. We had a nice barbecue outside. Took advantage of the cooler weather. Super nice to have a fire outside. What are you doing? What is it? Huh? What is it? Did somebody have lunch there? Thanks. It was nice. It was very relaxing. We were listening to all the birds and the doves. It was so nice. Nature's music, right? Just a beautiful sunny day. Not too hot, not cold, just right. It's enjoying all the trees. Look at how this one's all yellow, covered with yellow flowers. It's a Palo Verde. And then they fall down and make a carpet, which is pretty cool. You can see it's already lost quite a few of them, but it's covered with blooms. So pretty. Meg says, come on, Mom. Sometimes this place will be covered with flowers on the ground, and there's a gal that'll come sit underneath there, which looks pretty peaceful, but there's so many bugs here. I don't think I'd want to sit on the ground. Not unless I had a blanket to sit on. Purplish, pinkish flowers. Chartreuse, that's the word. Chartreuse. Yeah, I don't like bugs either. There's a lot of them here. The only ones that I've seen that I like ladybugs and praying mantis. And the praying mantis, hello, good morning. The praying mantis are kind of creepy, but they're amazing. They definitely help with some of the other bug populations. I remember the first time I saw one of those, I was kind of nervous. I'm like, what is that? Because they can spin their head around, kind of creepy like an alien, right? That's what I think of praying mantises. And actually, one time my husband brought one inside in October because we figured it would get cold and die. It actually lived for 3 months in our house. Of course, he had to like feed it bugs, right? So that was pretty interesting. It actually got to be pretty tame. It would just sit there and wait to be fed. But I don't think we'd ever bring one inside again because then they lay their egg sacs and you have to keep their egg sacs cold or they'll hatch at the wrong time and you'll end up with little baby praying mantis in your house. But what they do is the first one out cannibalizes its brothers and sisters, which is pretty bizarre. We used to have plants growing inside, so we just had it on one of the stands, and you could tell when it was hungry because it would like fly around in the house, right? So that was pretty interesting. My little nephews would have loved to have a praying mantis. They definitely love seeing pictures of the lizard in the grow room. And every once in a while, I find one of those. Usually what'll happen is I'll have a container for water in there. And don't worry, I check the grow room regularly, like a couple times a day. And at night, sometimes the lizards will fall off the roof and they'll end up getting trapped in one of my containers. And so then I just dump it out on the plants. But that room isn't completely sealed. We haven't sealed the outside, so they are able to come and go. Don't worry, we're not holding any lizards against their will. Although I would think a room full of bugs would be a popular place for a lizard. Oh, so you brought in a frog. That's cool. Well, I think whenever you have plants, you have bugs, right? So your frog was probably just fine. Okay, you have to give me a minute while I clean up. Meg did her business here. Okay, yep, let mommy get it. Okay, let mommy get it. Okay, just one moment here. A trash can. Come here, Meg. Meg. Let's throw this away. Oh, somebody left a newspaper here. That's very neighborly. Yeah, sometimes we encounter interesting experiences with wildlife. Nature brings humans and creatures together. One year we hand raised a dove because it got blown out of a nest and the parents weren't feeding it, and after day 3 we knew that it probably wouldn't live without a little intervention. And it actually had chicks in our yard 2 years in a row, the last 2 years. So my daughter was like, Mom, we raised a successful dove. Yeah, it was pretty cute. It would love sitting on my husband's shoulder, right in his neck. And we had it inside for about 3 weeks. About the time it started flying in the house, we had to introduce it to nature because houses aren't safe for flying birds. And that was quite the process too. We spent a lot of time with it outside. I guess you can tell we love animals. We spent a lot of time sitting with it outside as it learned to be a wild bird. So that was pretty cool. It's a lot of work though. The good news is birds actually sleep while it's dark. It's not like taking care of a baby. You're not getting up at 2 a.m. to feed it, but you are up at crack of dawn. And they flap their wings and they squeak and let you know they're hungry. It's a beautiful day. Oh yeah, Meg likes to kick. She loves to dig. Sometimes she does that in our bed at night and we have to tell her to stop. I almost feel like it's therapy or something. Like she gets some sort of something out of it. I'm not sure. It's quite interesting though. Maybe some animals do like to dig. You are having a good walk. You're just looking all around. You see any friends? There used to be a lady that lived here that had an Aussie Doodle. And Meg and the Aussie Doodle were friends, but she doesn't live here anymore. She was Meg's first friend. Dogs have friends too, just like kids. Beautiful trees. Kangaroo paw. It's red flowers, the hummingbirds love them. Actually, aloe vera's flower too, and hummingbirds love those as well. I couldn't get a video last night, but we were sitting by the fire, and right before it got dark, the hummingbirds were on the aloe vera flowers. That was pretty cool. Those little guys are really friendly. And we got the park manager. He takes really good care of this park. Mowing the grass. Gotta love the smell of fresh grass clippings, right? Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'll do a short when I get home of the flowers, where they're blooming right now. And our cactus are actually putting on more blooms too. I'm really surprised by that. I guess the more mature they are, you get more blooms, which is pretty cool because the flowers on the cactus are gorgeous. But it's not like they flower all summer. So it's kind of a pleasant surprise to see that they're flowering again for us. So I'll do a short with the cactus flowers for you, or I mean the aloe vera and the cactus flowers, because they are really pretty. I tried to make our front yard look like a postcard I saw. It's kind of a work in process. We have the paddle cactus, which are also blooming right now. Some random cactuses that are shaped like seguros, but I don't think they are seguros. And we have the aloes, which actually get huge, and we have fire sticks. And the aloes are actually edible. You have to peel the green part off, but you can put them in smoothies. And it's actually a clear gel, which is pretty interesting because if you buy an aloe vera product in the store, they're usually dyed blue. They're not blue, they're clear, like a white clear. It's pretty cool. And I tell you what, those are great plants to have because I burned myself a few times in the kitchen. And one time we got coffee at Dunkin' Donuts in the drive-thru and the lid wasn't on and I burned my stomach pretty badly. And I just went home, grabbed an aloe, and I cut it, and I just rubbed it on my skin. And I didn't even get a blister. It was tender, but I didn't blister or scar or anything from those burns. So that was pretty amazing. I think aloe is definitely a healing food. And we're getting a little wind here now, so I'm probably going to wish y'all a good day, but I'll do a little short of the blooming cactus in the front yard for you when we get home. So thanks for joining us today, and thanks for getting on our channel again. Well, nice hanging out with you too. Have a blessed day. Thanks for watching.